Alex just got a 30% pay raise. In his head, he's finally rich. No more budget stress, no more no. He thinks, I've finally made it. But 6 months later, Alex is staring at his bank account in a cold sweat. He's making more money than ever, but he's flatter than he was as an intern. The extra $2,000 he expected every month, it's just gone. He didn't get robbed. He fell into the lifestyle creep trap, the silent killer of wealth that turns a bigger paycheck into a bigger cage. Here's how Alex lost his fortune before he even spent it, and how you can avoid the same mistake. It started with the small things. He stopped making coffee at home and started buying $7 seasonal lattes every morning. Then he decided his reliable old car wasn't executive enough, so he signed a high-interest lease for a shiny orange sports car. Finally, he moved from his cozy apartment to a high-rise with a view. He felt he had finally arrived. This is the essence of lifestyle creep. It's a silent thief that sneaks into your life every time you get a raise. Before Alex realizes it, his reward for working hard has become a permanent, heavy weight on his shoulders. But it wasn't just the things Alex bought. It was the person he felt he had to become. He started saying yes to every weekend trip, every designer brand his colleagues wore, and every expensive hobby that matched his new title. He was terrified that if he stopped spending, people would think he was failing. He was running on a treadmill of consumption, moving faster and faster just to stay in the same place. Every time he felt a hint of financial anxiety, he silenced it by buying something new, convinced that future Alex would eventually make enough money to fix the mess. The breaking point didn't happen in the office. It happened on a Friday night at the fanciest rooftop in Lego Town. Alex was in his element, sliding the menu across the table and ordering the most expensive appetizers for his friends. He was playing the part of the big spender he thought he'd become. But halfway through the main course, his pocket buzzed. He pulled out his phone, expecting a like on his latest post. But instead, he saw a glowing red notification from his bank. Low balance alert. His heart hit the floor. He had just received his big paycheck 3 days ago. Where was the money? For the rest of the night, the music felt too loud, and the food tasted like cardboard. He sat there in a cold sweat, nodding at jokes he didn't hear, his eyes fixed on the waiter's card machine. He was terrified that the same promotion he'd bragged about was about to be exposed as a fraud in front of everyone he knew. He managed to pay, but he walked home with his hands trembling. He realized he was living a lie. He had successfully built a 5-star lifestyle, but he was trapped in a 1-star bank account. The next morning, Alex sat in his expensive living room, surrounded by things he didn't even like that much. The silence was deafening. He realized that the high-rise view felt like a cage because he was one missed paycheck away from losing it all. Jamie came over that afternoon and found Alex staring at a pile of bills. Jamie didn't offer pity, he offered a perspective. Alex, you're not building a life, you're building a stage set. It looks great for the audience, but there's nothing supporting it from behind. Jamie pulled out a simple napkin and drew 3 sections, 50, 30, and 20. This isn't a math equation, Alex. It's a freedom formula. 50% for your needs, 30% for your fun, and 20% for your future. If the 50% section is too big, you're not living, you're just surviving in style. Alex spent the weekend auditing his life, and the numbers were brutal. Between the sports car payment and the high rent, his needs were eating up nearly 80% of his income. He had trapped himself in a prison of high fixed costs. The most painful part wasn't the math, it was the realization that he would have to admit his mistake. He had to decide what he valued more, the shiny orange car or the ability to sleep through the night without a panic attack. He chose his sanity. He traded in the sports car for a sensible used vehicle and started looking for a smaller, quieter place to live. A year later, Alex's life looks very different. He isn't the one buying the $100 rounds of drinks at dinner anymore, but he is the one who isn't checking his banking app under the table in a panic. He moved to a cozy neighborhood where the neighbors actually know his name. He realized that true wealth isn't about what you show. It's about what you have the power to say no to. His lifestyle is now intentionally smaller than his paycheck, and that gap is where his peace of mind lives. When he gets his next raise, he's not looking for a bigger house. He's looking for a bigger sense of freedom. Alex's journey started with a single honest look at his bank account, and now it's your turn. You don't have to sell your car or move houses tomorrow to make a change. You just need to start building your own boundaries before the world builds them for you. True success isn't a race to see who can spend the most. It's a marathon to see who can be the most free.